All right, and so we're just beginning the pick ban now for the semifinal. Sex Panther versus Zero Tolerance. Again, if you're just joining, I'm Hoggles, and
I'm Holland. I see we've got the first band picked already. Vi. I'm not surprised to see this pick. It's one of Issue's favorite champions to play as jungle, and Vi's a really strong jungle. So definitely a counter pick here, a counter ban rather. We also have Braum. Um, you know, I don't know, can't tell if that's a counter pick or not. I know it's a commonly used champion by um, one of the players here when I was looking through all the stats. So it could be a counter pick, or they just simply don't like facing Braum. And it's a toss up at this point because most people don't like facing Braum.
yeah, they. It was every match on Tuesday was they had banned Braum, and I think they've
um,
been doing it for a while. Beyond,
yeah, it's rare when Braum gets some action.
well, yeah, when playing them. And Quinn, obviously, everyone likes to ban Quinn against Sex Panther because Zoidberg is pretty devastating.
Yeah, I think I've talked about this before in some of our nights, but Quinn was a champion that just wasn't used for quite a while, right? It seemed like anyway, from what I had been watching. And then they came out with an update. They fixed some of the issues that she had, and she just became a really strong champion. And and I and certain people have been able to really master her changes. So
Yeah,
I can see that being a pick.
looking at Zoidberg's ratio with Quinn is 14.5, 2 deaths, 6.5. That's ridiculous.
That is insane.
So yeah, that was a good ban.
Right. Um, but the Kale, another counter pick. I saw that when I was going through. Um, just a champion used very often. The invulnerability ult is annoying. A champion that is close range and then can become ranged is also really hard to counter at times. So just could pick for bans. Karma's been used. It seems like is the support to use in just about every game we've seen so far. Um, I could be over exaggerating a little bit, but I almost feel like we don't see any other support. Well, we see one other support because only one team can use Karma, but it's like Karma. Who's going to be playing? Which support is it? Karma and who? So not surprised by that ban either. And lastly, Morgana.
Yeah. Well, that's a popular pick for Zero Tolerance. Morgana definitely used by Zarkon a lot. That's like one of his favorite supports. So good choice.
Yeah, um, I I like Morgana. She's really good at clearing waves of minions. So, not to mention the hold can be devastating, and then she's got her all. I mean,
He's
she's a strong mid laner,
and
and
that,
it can be a good support also.
and that's Zarkon's most is his favorite support. So he does it pretty good. He's 1.5, 4.3, and 19. And I mean, it's support, so I mean, 19 assists pretty good on an average.
That's really good. Um, I see Skarner was locked in now. Same thing as Quinn, just a champion that was not used very often. They came out with an update very recently, more recently than Quinn even, and changed how he works a little bit. And all of a sudden, he's being used all over the place. I've even seen him in the LCS recently in a lot of matches. So, not surprised to see him being picked also. I see Bouncy Bubbles is locked in Ziggs. I'm not surprised that Ziggs was picked, especially for their team. I think that's a favorite among um, either Zarkron or maybe it's Yoon.
Yeah,
Um,
it's definitely a favorite mid. And if you saw the match on Tuesday, he was able to he was able to Zonius and ulti at the same time and get a double kill. I mean
he yeah,
that was
he had
pretty
a lot of
amazing.
good ults. It was amazing how, and the Baron steal on Tuesday with the ult. Oh my god.
Well, that was on Resnet. Resnet got that steal. I talked to Issues actually after that, and he said that the reason that all happened is because Kale's E came off, and so he wasn't doing as much damage, and Issues misjudged how far they would be on the Baron health, and did a smite too early, which allowed the Ziggs ulti to do as much damage and get the kill.
Well, they were stealing a lot also, though. I think I saw
Yeah,
a few dragon steals too.
yeah.
Um, so it was amazing game there too. So, what other champions do we have? Thresh is a very popular one. He's got a strong pull. Obviously, I think we've talked. I think Marshall's talked about it. Uh, his pool's not the best. I think Blitzcrank's obviously the best pool, but he's got it holds him in place for quite a while. He can even jump on him. Um, and it's got a lot of length to it. So it's probably the second best pool, I would think, of all the champions. What do you think?
I yeah, I guess the second best. I mean, I really like the Blitzcrank pool, but I feel like Thresh is a better support than
Oh, I
like
agree.
Blitzcrank. What I mean, who else do we have to have pools that could do something like that? I mean, I guess you get Nautilus, but Nautilus has been pretty much he's a little too weak right now, right?
Yeah, they came out with a patch a while back that nerfed him a little bit, which made sense because I was seeing him being played all the time, and he was just running into like 5v2s and just just getting in the way and then walking out with half health. And I know he's a tank, and he was supposed to be able to be very tanky, but that was just ridiculous. And now he's a little bit too nerfed. They haven't quite found that happy medium yet because it's a fine line.
All right, well, let's go through some of the stats here with these champions. Um, Grandma playing as Skarner. He's played Skarner before. It was against 12th Legion. They ended up winning that game, but his ratio was 0, 5, and 14. So not sure how if that's one of his. I'm not sure how he's going to play out in this match with that Skarner.
Bouncy Bubbles has Caitlyn. It's one of her top two picks of champions, but Jinx is probably her better one so far. Her average kill death assist is 3, 5.3, and 10. So, and those are actually fairly low numbers, both for any AD carry, and I'm really surprised for Bouncy too. Those are pretty low of numbers.
Yeah, that is kind of surprising. I mean, she's pretty devastating as an AD carry, and it's good basically to take out the option to do Jinx, but she decided not to go with that this time. I guess she has been playing Caitlyn. She played Caitlyn in 2 or 3 of the matches on Tuesday. So and she did very very well with her. So I think she's gonna try and keep with that streak. um, as for on the other side, we got Zoidberg. And Zoidberg's trying something new. He hasn't played Ezreal in the season so far, so I'm not really sure how he's going to do in this matchup. But as an AD carry, he's got some excellent ratios. You know, with Jinx, he's got 13.7 kills with 3.7 deaths and 9.3 assists. I mean, he's well above 1, almost above like 3 with the KDA. You know, in
Yeah.
most of these champions.
And then we've got Zarkron. He plays support typically. He's done use Thresh 2 other games. Actually, his best score has been with Thresh, but he prefers Karma and Morgana more than Thresh. So there's still a lot of unknown about how well he plays with Zarkron. So far, it seems like the best.
So then we got Mage My Day has played 4 matches for Sex Panther so far, and of them he has played Teemo twice, so it would be his favorite of the bunch. His ratio with him is 4.5 and 7, so that's excellent. I mean, he's gone through a match without getting killed, basically. Is what I'm getting from that.
Um, uh, Next is Unstable. This is his favorite champion, and it's a little hard to say whether it's his best or not. He's definitely it's a close tie, I think, um, this between Aurelia and Renekton. Aurelia has gotten a lot less kills, only 6, um, but only 1.7 deaths for 3 games. That means certainly has gone through 1 game without dying, um, possibly 2, depending on if he died twice. So he's certainly done quite well. Renekton at much higher kill ratio with 13.5, but died 6 times, 14 assists. So it's really hard to determine between those which is actually better.
On the other side, Thinkar. Now I can see why the Braum ban would be so effective. Thinkar is currently showing us his favorite champion. It played twice, so and right now him playing um, as Zed is new on our season, so I can't really judge his skill in that champion. But he does very well again. Very good ratios. The only one that I'd say that he hasn't quite done. I mean, he's definitely got a ratio of like at least 1, and he does pretty well in support as well.
And yeah, I mean he's. I don't know. I haven't paid much attention to him. I'll be honest, but I think I'm hoping that he's going to do well. Next is Yoon, I guess, and I say you guess because we were doing it in order.
Yeah, soon.
So he's picking Ziggs, and he hasn't played Ziggs yet. He's had an amazing game with Kha'Zix, where one of the games he didn't die once, and he had 16 kills. And then his favorites Lulu with 6.8 kills and 4.5 deaths, so that's a good score right there. And he's going with somebody new. I'm wondering if that's a counter pick. I wasn't paying attention if it was.
Yeah, it might be. Well, just to finish up real quick, we got Squall. We talked about earlier. He's pretty well versed. This time he's actually going to replay Lulu, and he's pretty good support. I don't know if he's going to switch that up and if they're going to put him in a different position this time. Maybe it's a possibility going mid. So. Actually, looking at his record, he's been back and forth kind of. He's played a lot. They've been splitting around their players a lot.
I just want to. I was looking more detailed at his stats, and there's the pause. Anyway, it looks like we have more time to talk about the stats. I was wrong. He did play Ziggs one other time. Actually, he just is not one of his top 5 champions, and he had an amazing game of 16, 3, and 7. So I can now understand why he picked Ziggs. He's apparently quite good.
And I think did we skip over issues? Issues replaying?
Yes, we did. So we already know that Vi was banned, and I can understand why.
Yeah.
Issues it's his favorite champion. 3 games played, 7.3 kills, 3 deaths. That's only 1 death per game on average, and 11.7 assists. Certainly a team player there with that champion. And next highest is Pantheon. He's used though Evelynn one other time. The problem with Evelynn is she's great for ganks, and she does a lot of damage if she sneaks up. Otherwise, though, she's in a lot of trouble. And his score kind of reflects that. And the last time he played Evelynn was 2, 5, and 3.
Yeah, he's Should be interesting to see. I mean, he surprised us on Tuesday with. Actually, both teams surprised us on Tuesday with champions that they played earlier in the season and didn't do so well with, and came back and played excellent with, and it'll definitely change their stats that we have with those champions. But so maybe we'll see something similar in this one.
A summoner has disconnected.
Yep, there goes Grandma. Maybe come back now.
I really wish that. I know one time, didn't you suggest that people try to preload to get this issue out of the way?
Well, if we learned from anything from Tuesday, it seemed like for Resnet's issue, it happens every game. So.
Oh.
So it didn't even matter preloading; he still crashed every time.
I guess that could be the case with him too. I mean, certain people just have issues with this game, and we have a collection of them.
Yes. So just waiting on Grandma to get back. Yeah, I hope this doesn't happen every game. That would be kind of devastating.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like, well, when we normally have 3 games, I feel like it doesn't. But at the same time, the matches change up. So, I got nothing. It could happen every single time. So, yeah. Let's hope that that's not the case, though. All right. It looks like they're almost ready. I know Zero Tolerance is what's the correct term here? On the edge of their seats, biting at their chomps. I don't know exactly, but they're ready. They're just they probably were about to buy their last item in some cases, and they're just like running to run out of the fountain. All right. Summoner is reconnected, so hopefully in the next moment we will have the game start.
Yep, should be momentarily.
It does take a second once, because we get the notification that somebody's reconnected and they're still loading.
There's the unpause. There we are. So, again, Sex Panther blue, Zero Tolerance purple. In the semi-final match. So, so this is the first matchup, and we'll have at least one more tonight. And then whoever wins the best of 3 here will be going on to the championship. And whoever loses will have a second chance in the losers bracket against whoever wins from both the last 2 losing teams.
Right. All right. Looks like we're not going to see much of an invade here, which is I know we've been seeing a lot of checking around, but we haven't seen too many invades, have we?
Not really. Definitely isn't as common as like last season.
Last season it happened almost every game, I think.
I know it happened to us a lot when we were playing. I remember we were just happy that one game where we got invaded and we got, I think we were playing against Sex Panther, and we were able to get like 1 or 2 killed, and have like an equal after an invade, and we were like, all right, we're good. I think that's just a win for us. We're gonna lose the rest of the match, but that was worth it. But
there's always a party at one of the pits, one of the jungle pits. One team just constantly laughs or tells jokes or something.
They're just laughing over their evil maniacal plan. You know, Dr. Evil style.
Right, of course.
So we got Lulu and Ezreal bottom for Sex Panther against Thresh and Caitlyn. Thresh and Caitlyn expected. Lulu...
Yeah, I wasn't. I was expecting Lulu mid, actually.
Well, it makes a lot of sense with Zed mid. I just wasn't sure if they were trying to throw something different in there, or...
It's just I've been seeing Lulu mid so much lately that I'm sort of expecting it now.
Forgot that she was a support.
Yeah, almost, yeah.
She can be supporting. So far, a lot of poking going on at bottom. Not so much in the other lanes. Were pretty even. I mean, between Zed and Ziggs, it's going to be pretty easy, even like poking match there. I'm not sure who can outpoke who in that matchup.
Yeah, I mean, Ziggs is doing a really good job right now. So we'll see.
Here comes Grandma to try and gank. Ziggs does a W to get out. Issue's getting pretty low at top. Try to come in for a gank on Teemo.
You know, I think you'll find later on this game, it's gonna be a lot less mid anyway. It's gonna be a lot less about poking and much more about distance versus close range and who's gonna win that fight. Because, you know, Thinkar is gonna be able to just leap onto Ziggs with his shadow and just do some devastating damage, while Ziggs is going to be just trying to poke at him from distance, and if he does jump on him, he's going to throw those mines down, and maybe even a bomb too. So, I mean, early on it's obviously poke, but I think the game's going to change later on for mid.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, here comes first blood already for Thinkar. Very well played.
You can see it kind of happen exactly what I was saying. With the exception of there was poking earlier, but he just kind of landed on him, did some damage. Ziggs threw down his mines. He probably didn't have his one bomb yet, or wouldn't have gone off anyway. And yeah. Oh,
here comes the
issues
looks like
in
mid. He's got the kill as well.
Down.
Yeah. 1-1 now.
Excellent.
1-1 now between Sex Panther and Zero Tolerance, and it's only a 500 gold difference. Oh, it looks like Unstable's going in
trouble
on top.
Actually, a similar setup that I was talking about that's happening mid is going to happen top too. Teemo's going to have the poke, but Aurelia has her dash, and so we're going to see who's going to be doing more damage there, more burst.
Yeah, it's pretty even up top, so I mean, it keeps going back and forth. It's hard to tell. Well, lane's got a little bit of damage on them. I think it's going to be up to the jungles to start something here. Looks like we got one coming in on bottom. He's going to be seen, maybe? I forget if wards can see Evelynn.
I think it has to be the one type of ward.
Oh, okay.
So I think she's still...
Well, now she's visible. He's going after Squall. Squall gets down to about 150. Also, a top. Grandma's coming in on Mage My Day.
Oh, Ezreal's in trouble.
Coming on Unstable, I mean. So we got two fights going on. And in mid, we also have Un going after Thinkar. Thinkar gets in tower, gets hit a few times. He's going to get away. Ziggs gets away with just barely 130 health. At the bottom, Ezreal tries to get a few hits on Bouncy. Bouncy gets down to 200. She Issue's able to get rid of Squall.
I wasn't sure if Ezreal's going to be able to get out of there. Zoidberg was in trouble, and he was almost grabbed too by Thresh. So they were lucky to get away with only one death, I think. Also, let me just say, this is exactly what Issues is going for. He's hoping for a strong lead, I think, with Evelynn early game, because later game, she's going to do some massive damage, but it's going to be, when they're out of the laning phase, it's going to be harder for harder for the champion to sneak up and gank, essentially. They're looking for a strong lead to get some good items early on, and then can do some massive damage later on. Thinkar doing a good job at placing a lot of wards. Sees that Evelynn's trying to take one down, but
Trying to back off of Dragon there. We got Squall and Thinkar both trying to get at Issues. Right now, Sex Panther has pretty decent vision in that bottom river. So they should be able to see if Zero Tolerance goes for Dragon. And there goes that ward now. Issues able to take it out.
Yep, it's sort of like at that point where she can go invisible, and she has the ability to see the wards because she used an item. Ooh.
Here comes Zig's ult. It does a little bit of damage, not quite
and
enough
they
yet.
got Evelynn, but weren't able to capitalize on that. But I think that was pretty interesting because Evelynn was not expecting that. She was expecting to come in, try to get a gank on, and expect Thinkar wasn't going to be able to get out of there. And then suddenly, almost right behind Evelynn was Grandma. So it was certainly. It didn't really change. I guess it changed the outcome because Thinkar didn't die, but it didn't really do anything other than keep Thinkar alive.
Mage My Day and Unstable going a little fight here. They're both about, 2/3, I think. Actually, Mage My Day doing a little bit more damage down with the poison. Is he actually going for yeah, he's going for the poison build. He's going AP.
I think that's a slightly stronger build, or some hybrid actually for Teemo, but I think AD Teemo is strong, but just that poison is so devastating and such a surprise. Look, he didn't even know, I don't think. Or maybe, actually he did because he had the certain sight ward in the bush. But Evelynn had snuck up and...
Well, now he's going to see her.
Yeah. That's a shame. That's unfortunate.
Unstable, getting a few hits on Mage My Day. They're going to have to back off the top. Oh, it looks like Skarner's coming into the fight.
Oh, Skarner's coming in.
Both have half health, and I think they're going to be able to make away.
I really thought that somebody was going to get grabbed there, but they both burned their flashes. So that's at least something.
I think the Teemo hybrid build is the way to go right now for Teemo, from what I've been hearing. I think the other ones are just not. I think that's just superior. Oh, Bouncy getting really low. Uses a heal, but she drops his Zed. Nice gank by Zeg. He's going to be able to make it away, and Thresh isn't going to be able to pull him into the tower. So that makes it 2-2. Both teams pretty even. About a 1k gold lead for Sex Panther.
Oh, and they grab Aurelia, Skarner does, and well, are they going to be able to take her out?
They're going to get her. They're going to get her with the poison, yes. And it looks like Evelynn's trying to get in on Teemo, but it looks like the ulti from Ziggs just barely missed. He goes back, and
Evelynn goes down. Oh my goodness! And a missed Ziggs. Oh, that would have taken probably both of them out. That was an amazing play on Mage My Day and Grandma's part. Wow.
So now a 2-kill lead for Sex Panther. And that also puts him at about 2k gold lead.
Aurelia already back. I mean, it's a little surprising how fast she moves.
No, she thinks she has that teleport, so yeah, she used teleport to get back there.
Okay. Just when that's the other thing that AP Teemo has that AD Teemo doesn't have as much of, and that's wave clear, because Teemo just drops a shroom, or in this case a Super Teemo emblem, and it just devastates the entire wave, and then he just continues to just basic them or use his poison on them as well.
Looks like they're going to try and take Dragon here. Skarner going after him, gets a few hits on, but it looks like Zero Tolerance is going to notice it. Coming from behind is Squall and Zoidberg to do some damage against Bouncy.
Thresh is
Bouncy going to be able to
drop.
drop.
But Bouncy goes down.
And
Evelyn gets hit with Ezreal's ult. Ziggs just poking away because he can. That was a narrow miss there. I'm surprised. I mean, it wouldn't have really done anything, but I'm surprised at how much of a narrow miss that was. It went right in between two people. Oh, and he jumped.
And I'm not sure.
That wasn't.
Oh, Thresh getting also very low. Is Ezreal going to be able to get that kill on him? Gets a few hits. He's under 100. He's going to poke. Yes, he gets the kill.
Thresh goes down. And Evelyn, yeah. They might just tower dive her. She's pretty low.
Yeah, she's.
Well,
she got down to like what, 300 health, I think, 200.
I guess they're saying third time's the charm for Dragon, because they're going after it again, and Bouncy's back. She's gonna.
Oh, Grandma gets down.
Starter doesn't quite take him out though.
He got under 100.
Teemo just took out Aurelia top. Now, Caitlyn narrowly doesn't get another one.
Oh, but the Ziggs ult gets Skarner.
Lulu barely able to take that damage there. And Teemo is, looks like he's just farming it up. He's decided not to go after tower so much. Well, now he is, because there's nothing else to go for. But I can understand that.
Down to about 500 health now.
Yeah, and Aurelia is not going to be able to make it back, so yeah, I think that's down.
So there goes the tower for Sex Panther. Now it's 1-1 towers. 7-3 kills and a 3k gold lead, just about. Almost 3k gold lead for Sex Panther.
Oh, Teemo just ran into Evelyn, and it looks like Evelyn might go down unless she
has
escape.
90 health, 60 health. The poison's not going to kill her. She gets down to 40 health from that poison. Amazing escape.
And Aurelia's going to come in now, too, and just not even going to notice Teemo there.
Oh, he's invisible. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to wait. He was probably waiting for Evelyn to come back. Aurelia was checking. He was thinking.
Zed's coming up to give him a little bit of assist here, maybe. They should be able to see him now. They got the ward. They still got the ward. They should see that Teemo is up by red. Aurelia's coming back down. He's gonna set up in the bush here. Unstable's waiting. He's not gonna be able to see him. There's the he gets hit by the shroom. Here comes the fight. Zed comes in to assist.
I think Aurelia's gonna go down before Teemo does, and he does. But is Thinkar gonna go down, or
Un gets a kill on Zed? Un gets killed from Teemo. And Issue's just gonna drop as well.
Though, and this is not a good fight for Thresh. Good, he runs out of there. Oh, 3 for 2 there. I think that was a good trade. Though Teemo really hasn't died too much, so maybe that wasn't as good as they had hoped. That was actually Teemo's first death. So, I don't know, it's debatable if it was worth it. I still think it was, because he got that extra kill out of it, but if they didn't, Teemo would have still been without any deaths.
Ziggs ult coming bottom.
Ult down bottom. That really didn't do much. I guess he was just trying to scare him away. But
bottom tower is down to about 300 health now.
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
Alright, so that Sex Panther takes out their second turret at bottom. Now they're pushing in a little bit further. They got actually they're pushing pretty decent against Aurelia. Aurelia's doing about half health.
But the Thinkar is being pushed really hard mid. He's not going to be able to protect that tower with a 3v1.
Squall getting down to 200 health. He goes down. And Unstable might be able to make it away with 80 health. The Ezreal hit misses, and Evelyn's able to get that kill.
Teemo has just been pushing top lane for a while now. Caitlyn going up to try to fight him off, but honestly, Teemo's at 12 and Caitlyn's at now just turning 10. I don't think if Teemo really wants, he could just annihilate Caitlyn, I think, at this point.
Well, they're setting up in top jungle. They're going to have Zarkron coming across. They definitely see him. Zed's going to set up and get a few hits here. He's on a half health now.
Oh, and
they only need Teemo just to get the hit on him. And, oh, Zed just takes the kill, but he's able to get the assist from the poison. Ziggs coming up to maybe run into both of them. They seem to be running into the Sex Panther's doing a good job of getting into Zero Tolerance's jungle and just waiting for one person to come.
oh, there's Teemo waiting for Aurelia maybe, or is he waiting for an easier prey?
We're gonna be able to take out mid tower there. So there's all three of the outermost towers gone, and Sex Panther also in the lead with gold and kills.
Teemo going back top now to clear minions. He's just going to put so much pressure up top, and because he can just stand still and disappear, they have a hard time figuring out where he's at, and he's able to split push essentially. Oh. Caitlyn's ult doesn't really do much, but because all the other people are there, I think he's not going to make it.
Yep, Grandma goes down.
And Teemo continues to push top, but with, it looks like he's got a Ziggs ult, but
it's just not doing enough damage.
Probably not much.
I mean, what's Ziggs got at this point? He doesn't really have much in the way of, he doesn't have too many heavy AP items right now. He's got a Chalice and he's got an arm guard, but he's let's see, where's he at with the ability powers? At 85. It's pretty low. Ezreal ult coming up mid.
And Teemo can just wait for
yeah.
Ooh.
He's doing very well against Aurelia.
I wasn't sure. He moved, and I think if he had waited a minute longer, he probably wouldn't have. Really just not wanting to go anywhere where Teemo may have been.
Squall and Zed coming around behind here. It looks like, I don't know if they're gonna see, if she's gonna be able to see. Zed's gonna be able to get to her. Gets his ult off. Gets a few hits. They're gonna take her.
She's gonna go down. Looks like Evelyn, Ziggs, and Thresh are coming up, but
they're gonna try and defend that top tower, which is now down to 700 health. Thinkar half health. He's going to stop between Un and Zarkron. Is he going to be able to take out Un? He's able to take out Un before he gets away. He's on a killing spree now.
Ooh, might be able is Evelyn going to go down from this?
Oh, he's got Zarkron!
No,
wow!
Thresh goes down. Wow. Now it's 4v1 with Evelyn up top. Caitlyn is going to have to come up, but
oh, she might be able to get Mage My Day,
Teemo
but
does not expect that.
Ulti gets the kill.
And he goes down.
And that was a great play by Bouncy.
Yeah, it was. That was Whew. Very, very, just everything seems to be going on all at once, and there's just never a dull moment in this match. You know, we haven't even talked about the CS at all because there's been so much going on.
Well, I mean, look at Zed's kills right now. He's 8 and 2.
Wow,
He's pretty devastating. I mean, he just has to do a few hits. He bursts him down really quickly.
Teemo, before that death there, which was he certainly wasn't expecting, and I think Thresh is going to go down here.
Thresh is under a half health. He's just got himself a little caught out where he shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I know he's trying to get. I think he's trying to get a ward down, or maybe try to get some Vision Dragon, but he kind of walked into that. I think that's happened a few times now. Unstable now, going against Zed. It's probably not the good matchup for him. He just gets bursted down. He just dropped about 75% of his health in about 2 hits.
Yeah. Zed is that bursty on top of you champion. And which is kind of funny because Aurelia is on top of you too and is a little bursty, but just not as much as Zed. So, but she's also a little tankier than Zed too, so that's where the trade-off is. But oh, that's not good news for him. But
Ulti trying to get Zoidberg, hits Grandma. Thinkar trying to go in under tower. Oon uses his hourglass, gets Zed killed. They needed that. They definitely needed that.
Yes, they did.
That's a 500 gold boost there, or 500 gold for that kill.
Actually, what is the gold difference right now? About 6,500? Yeah.
Yeah, just about. Yeah, a little over. I mean, it's getting a little. You can definitely notice it when you start seeing some of the team fights, but they're not done yet. I mean, they can make this up. And in CS, they're not really all that far off either. It's just really the kills in the towers at this point. The only difference, real big difference there is between Ziggs and Zed. And Zed also has a large number of kills. Zarkon again out where he shouldn't be and gonna get himself killed again.
Yep.
Trying to ward, but he's going alone, and it's just not working.
One thing you can say is at the very least, he's the pert champion to die at this point because he's really not worth much gold. So
no,
if they're gonna have somebody go out and do warding and risk their life, Thresh is the person to do it at this point.
Yeah, but they don't need to keep feeding
no,
Teemo and
not.
Zed kills. Even if they are a little bit, it just gives them that much more of an advantage, and they need to catch up wherever they can.
You're exactly right. Looks like we might be getting some Baron action going on.
Yeah, they're for it.
Certainly thinking about it.
Not to start an attack. Does Zero Tolerance see it? Aurelia is going to run into Teemo. Teemo's set up for the anti-Baron, basically. Or the anti-gank
and a
here.
flash over.
Aurelia is going to drop to Teemo and Ezreal. And they're not going to be able to do anything about this Baron fight.
Unless they can steal it with a Ziggs ult or something.
Well, they don't have vision, so they don't know when to place it.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So how are the items looking?
I'm not too familiar with Caitlyn ult, but Ezreal blocks it. This is what I'm talking about. There's so much going on. We start trying to talk about their builds, and more action happens.
Thresh pull on Teemo. They might be able to get him. He's all alone versus 3 of them. He's gonna go down.
And he goes down. Ezreal able to do a ton of damage though to Caitlyn, but to no avail. Nothing happens from it.
That was a good play from Zero Tolerance. They're behind by about 9k gold, but they definitely need to get some of those shutdowns. Evelyn's going after Ezreal here. He's gonna flash. He gets him down to half health, but she's gonna have to back away. There comes Lulu and Skarner now up mid. Ulti to bottom.
Around half health.
Ziggs ulti bottom does barely any damage to Zed. Thinkar playing against 2 here. He gets issues very low, burns, and still gets the kill.
And still get, wow! I thought once he was dead, that was the end of it. But not so with Zed. 2v1, their jungle and their AD carry, and still wound up breaking even. That was a good play. Probably not an even trade, but still entertaining to watch, and still a pretty nice shot.
Grandma's gonna
Skarner caught out.
He caught himself in the wrong spot. Went up mid next to the tower and got killed by 4 of them on Zero Tolerance. Great gold assists all around, so it's gonna be a good gold gain for them.
I'm also thinking he was probably expecting to run into a little bit of trouble and just thought he could tank it enough, but he was not expecting so many of them to be there. And I think he's also not factoring in how much that they're actually coming back with money-wise. Sort of. They are coming back, but their money is lower than it was when we mentioned it earlier.
You're gonna take Dragon, so this is definitely gonna keep them in the lead, and I don't think Zero Tolerance is gonna be able to do anything. There's no one around to stop them. So there we go, another Dragon for Sex Panther. That puts them back up to about a 9.5k gold lead.
Evelyn checks, but sees that she's too late for Dragon.
Yep, just a little too late. Oh, Zarkron just barely warded that and just missed Thinkar going around the other side. Thinkar coming near the tower, going after Un. He's going to get a few tower hits on him, but he's going to be able to make it out. Ziggs ulti just misses him with because of his flash.
You know, I was going to say that Thinkar is getting a little bit cocky there going in under tower, but he really didn't take much damage from that, and he was able to both go in on, well, there was 2 or 3 others, and escape. And even escape a Ziggs ult on the way.
Yeah, his shadow is very, very powerful. And not to mention that the amount of kills he has right now, 10, 4, and 2. He's doing exceptionally well. And if we look at the gold right now, he's at 12, almost 13k gold alone. And I mean, that's well above all of Zero Tolerance, at least by 5k. With the exception of Bouncy. Bouncy staying at bottom, gonna have to get away here. The tower's going down. Ezreal jumps to get her. She goes down to about 300. Another hit from Ezreal.
Ezreal's probably going to be able to ult her if he has it. No, he does not.
Bouncy Bubbles half health. Oh, his grandma's gonna go down here and throw next to the tower.
Oh, he goes down. I will say they were able to save Zed there, but I think he was just jumping in when he really shouldn't have. There was 5 of them there, and it wasn't quite under tower, but they were right near it, you know? And I think he I don't want to say he got Skarner killed, but he initiated a fight that probably shouldn't have happened.
So at this point, still 10k gold lead for Sex Panther. They have 5 kills over them as well, and also 3 towers. They have the advantage. They need to press in. They haven't really gotten a tower in the last 5-10 minutes. No,
they got bottom tower.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Recently. I'm sorry. They got bottom tower, but they're not pushing in too hard, and they had Baron for a long time.
And I think everyone has died pretty much since then.
They don't have it, I don't think.
Baron buff is coming back. Oh, Baron is coming back rather in 30 seconds. So we'll see if they go after it again. They are gathering around, so they seem to be having it kind of timed.
Zarkon, he might be out by himself again. A little bit. He's defending.
This is
against for Aurelia, but he's gonna drop.
this is just devastating. I think Thinkar got a
Zigzal is able to get Teemo.
That Guardian Angel and Thinkar, I think, is going to be devastating.
Oh, he's
for
going to be
the other
around a bit,
team.
yeah. Not only is he tough to kill, he's going to be tough to kill twice.
And on top of that, he can dodge around so much that he's one of the few champions that actually might be able to escape if he dies. Like, in most cases, with somebody with Guardian Angel, they'll die, and then everyone swarms around him, and it's a guaranteed second death, pretty much, unless it's a one-on-one or something. But with Zed, that's not the case. If he comes back, he could just shadow somewhere and be gone. So,
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll see it soon. He's at third health right now. They're backing off, I think.
I gotta say, blue team really, they really need to get together and press their advantage. I mean, you were saying it earlier, they have a 10k gold lead. The longer this game goes, though, the less that the 10k gold lead matters, and
Yep.
they're already having some issues. So
Here's a setup for a fight. Issues tries to get a few hit. Ezreal ulti doesn't do as much damage. Gets through. Zarkon might go down. Zigzal comes in. They're gonna be able to get Grandma and Mage My Day, and that leaves Thinkar back here. He's gonna be able to get bouncy, but Thinkar's gonna probably go down. Oon is gonna run away. He's getting so low. He gets down to about 30 health, and Thinkar goes down.
wow.
And that's an excellent team fight for Zero Tolerance. This is just what they needed. They either need to take this time and get Baron or push some towers. I don't think they're going to have enough health to take Baron right now. Especially after that Teemo.
I agree, but there's a lot.
And here
of
comes
towers
Squall to
that
try
they-
and finish somebody off. He gets down to third health. He's going to be able to get away. Oh. He's just going to keep poking issues. Not doing a lot of damage, but...
Just annoying him, I think. Looks like Aurelia and Evelyn are gonna push top now.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Blue team going after Baron, but so we're gonna see if a Ziggle or a Thresh. Oh, Thresh comes in, but it's chased away quickly by Teemo. And
Slain by Nashor.
they timed it right, and they were able to keep purple team from the steal, because that was a really good Zigzal. But I think Smite was the difference maker there. Going after Dragon now too. They're going to keep trying to press their gold advantage, which, again, that is a good thing. The more gold, the better. But as this game goes on, like I said, that gold difference is not going to matter that much. You're going to start just buying consumables because you're at your max build. It's a little early to say that, I will admit, because it's only 37 minutes in, but it's just something to keep thinking about, mostly for blue team.
Your mic's open, hold. And it's not closing.
I'm noticing that.
Still open.
Okay, I'll have to switch to voice activate because apparently that will keep it from being open the whole time. Alright, so we've got a good team fight going on mid. Teemo is going to try to split push. This is a really good way to get some of those objectives, I think. But honestly, I almost feel like it could be better just to get the 5v5 team fight in, because blue team has more items. They have the Baron buff. If they can just beat purple team in a team fight, they can really do some hard pushing.
They caught up so well in kills right now. They just need to keep up. Zero Tolerance just needs to keep up what they're doing. I mean, at this point, they're getting to max level. They're not too far behind. Gold is a little devastating, but but Sex Panther's just not pushing their advantage very well at all.
No, they're not.
And I think in part that's also Zero Tolerance doing a very good job of defending.
Team's turret has been destroyed.
Yeah,
Teemo going solo at bottom. He's going to go against an unstable. Not going to be able to push that tower. Zed's going in. He's trying to get after Issues and Zarkon right there. They get the Zarkon down. The Issues are going to drop as well. And it looks like they might also kill. Yes, they get Aurelia. Bouncy's left to defend the towers against 4 of them.
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
Ultis against Teemo.
That was a good teleport by Ezreal. Oh, and then Bouncy's going to go down now too, so that is an ace.
And this might be game if they push in right here. They're going to try and get bottom. They're going to go for bottom. They're going to make this a little longer. They're going to guarantee, or try and guarantee more of their win here. They're pushing for the inner towers now. The Nexus towers, I think they've got this. There's still 30 seconds till next, so most of the team is up. They're going to get the Nexus, and this is going to be game.
Yeah, that was, I can understand them trying to go for the bottom tower. They're facing a really tough team, and if they happen to come up, then only having one inhib is not going to guarantee their victory. But for a team that's been playing so well defensively, because they're able to push out in their defense, I'm sure they were thinking they needed to take out 2 inhibitors in order to keep them in their base.
So that about wraps up our first match. Well played by both teams. Zero Tolerance really made a nice push at the end there, trying to get back in the game, but they just weren't able to. That one last team fight just cost them pretty much that match, and it was going to be tough with the advantage that Sex Panther had. We'll be starting up our next match in say 5-10 minutes, so just hang on to the stream and we'll be right back.